Hi traders, it's Zoran Kresovic here, the head of sales at Eightcap, and this week pretty light in terms of the economic calendar. There is actually a couple of decent events that are coming through tomorrow and Wednesday night as well. But what I would like to focus this week is locally here, Aussie dollar versus USD dollar, as you can actually see on the chart. So we've seen a bit of a surprise over the last few weeks. In fact, actually a couple of weeks ago, Reserve Bank of Australia has actually lifted interest rates, 25 basis points. And as you can see here on the chart, from the lows back 28th of April, we've seen the nice upside move to that 68 handle mark on 10th of May. So I'll start off with the technical analysis first and macro views. And essentially what I would like to do afterwards is actually go into the acuity economic calendar in the Eightcap client portal and discuss what's on agenda this week. So as you can see, it's been quite a risk-off mode at the moment in terms of Aussie USD. Aussie has actually seen quite a heavy sell-off end of last week, especially on the Thursday, 11th of May, as well as Friday, 12th of May as well. On the back of that, we've seen USD appreciate quite a bit against the major currency pairs, not only against the Aussie, but against all the majors as well. Last week actually was quite a heavy hit for all the currencies or commodity currencies. So Aussie dollar has actually fallen approximately 1.4%, but we were also seeing declines in the Canadian dollar and New Zealand dollar as well. From the chart here, as you can see, Aussie is actually moving into a sideways pattern range from around 7th of March up until today. So approximately last 2 months, we've seen Aussie actually move sideways. The major support level here is at 0.66 cents. So that is the actual key defense line and the major level where any weakness from Aussie, we could potentially see a bit of a halt. To the upside, we can see that 0.68 level mark provides a key resistance level, and it has done so on 3 or 4 occasions in the past as well. So ahead of RBA minutes tomorrow, that are coming up and retail sell figures as well. Let's have a look at the Aussie and see some of the price levels, which are actually important on the chart as well. So if you go back to the lows on 13th of October 2022, and we actually take the next major high on the 2nd of February 2023, and we apply the Fibonacci levels, we can see the 50% level has been actually pretty bang on. So that's actually providing a key support hurdle there as well. So that 50% for that range is actually quite important. And we believe that is one of the main reasons as well why Aussie is actually going sideways, because any supply coming into that level, we are seeing buyers come in and demand actually appears to increase. So that level there, coinciding with the support level at around 65 to 66 cents, looks to be actually quite a good support right now. Now, if you actually have a look at the level from the most recent high on 2nd of February, and we apply that to the actual low on the 10th of March, and we apply the Fibonacci level to the downside, what we can see as well is actually that 38.2 level here is actually providing a quite a key and significant resistance as well. So it looks like the price levels on Aussie USD are actually working quite nicely, and we can see that on a number of occasions in the past, over the past 3 months, we've seen actually Aussie try to break that level. However, it's been exhausted and finds a lot of supply where sellers actually seem to be shorting the stock. So the question is, where do we go from here? Appears that RBA is actually looking to continue increasing the rates in the future as well. And it feels like here in Australia that inflation is still running quite hot, and we might see another at least 25 to 50 basis point interest rate rise over the coming months. Not to say as well that it could be more or less, but one thing that's actually making the RBA continue to increase the rates is the fact that we have been a little bit slower as opposed to a lot of governments and countries around the globe who have been actually a lot more aggressive in terms of the rate rises. So it feels like there is actually still room for another 25 to 50 basis points as well. Now, if you see Aussie break that 68 handle mark and continues to go up on further interest rate rise talks, and we've got the RBA minutes tomorrow, and we've also got the retail sales coming out as well, then it's probably imminent that if it does break that level, we could actually see it come and test that 70 to 71 level mark. Now, any further weakness on the downside, and if you do see Aussie actually break that floor or level of support at around 65 cents mark, then the next major level of support appears to be the one that was back in October 2022, which was around 62 level mark. RSI, 14-day RSI is actually quite neutral at the moment. No surprises there as well, because the pair is actually moving quite sideways and consolidating at this point in time. Let's look at the economic calendar at the moment as well, and let's have a look what's actually coming up on the agenda for this week. I've actually only clicked on the high impact news at the moment, just to basically demonstrate and show what is on agenda for the week ahead. And as you can see, tomorrow we got the RBA minutes, and they will be quite an important one, because that will actually pave the way and in fact demonstrate and show where we could be heading for the month of June and July. That could give us an indication whether the RBA will be lifting another 25 basis points in the upcoming June meeting. The other meeting that we have actually is the unemployment data as well. So if you have a look at the AU for Thursday, we've got the unemployment rate as well, previously at 3.5%, and the forecast to be in line at 3.5%. Any revision on that or any change to the 25,000 jobs, as previously was 53,000 jobs, could actually push the Aussie quite a bit. So these are the major significant news for the week ahead. Please pay attention as well, because macro moves at the moment seem to be elevated and quite important as well when analyzing the Aussie USD, especially when applying the technical analysis to it as well. So Aussie one on agenda for this week. Aside from that, we've got retail sales out of the US. We got some GDP data coming out of the Great Britain, and we've got some more data coming out of Canada on Friday. A pretty light week ahead, not as much news as we anticipated last week and the week before, but nevertheless, VIX seems to be elevating around 20 point or $20 mark, so we could see some volatility, especially with the US debt ceiling concerns and upcoming deadline on June the 1st. Happy trading. If you have any questions, please get in touch, and we wish you all the best. Thank you.